Dozens gathered at the Guam International Airport Sunday morning for the commemorative ceremony marking the 10th anniversary of 9/11. Officials with the Transportation Security Administration, Customs and Border Protection, the Guam Army National Guard, and the fallen heroes of the Pacific Foundation were in attendance. Guam National Guard Adjutant General Benny Paulino spoke in the East Ticket Lobby, where the banners of the fallen brave of Micronesia are displayed.
It is also a special day we now set aside to honor more than 6,000 service members who have given their lives in Operation Enduring Freedom, in Operation Iraqi Freedom, in Operation New Dawn, as well as tens of thousands of our wounded warriors.
Governor Eddie Calvo spoke from the heart, taking time to acknowledge the presence of various dignitaries, agencies, the men and women in uniform, and especially the families of the fallen soldiers.
As we came here today and we reflect on 9/11, and I look at this airport, and I think there is an irony. As we are in this airport here with the names and faces of our heroes, those men and women of the region that have paid the ultimate sacrifice.
Calvo, who was a senator at the time, remembers getting a phone call urging him to turn on the TV and watch the news.
I was wondering and trying to get from the news reports what is going on. Is it an accident? Much like you, Brian. And then before my very eyes, I saw that second airplane hit the tower. I didn't know what to think. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been 10 years. Over the past 10 years, people are questioning things, and they wonder. You look at all those brave men and women, some of them are wondering, what was it all about? We have to reflect back 10 years.
Emily Leon Guerrero, who's the wife of fallen soldier Sergeant Brian Leon Guerrero, recalls the moment she was told of her husband's passing.
I thought it only happened in the movies, but it was surreal. I thought of our children, how devastating this will be for them. We had so many plans that we had after we had got back from deployment. Then I realized this was really happening.
She remembers how she needed to be strong, not only making funeral arrangements, but also preparing for the birth of their son Jude, who was born 3 days before Brian's funeral.
He will come to understand as he grows older what his father did for this country, his island, and for his people, his family. He is our hero.
The ceremony was held at 8:46 a.m. to coincide with the exact time the first aircraft hit the North Tower of the World Trade Center in New York. Another 9/11 ceremony that was held was at Simon Sanchez High School in Jigo. Social studies teacher and Student Body Association advisor Rick Leon Guerrero says the Home of the Sharks remembers 3 of their own fallen heroes, Samson Mora, Josh Lukiala, and J.C. Petrie.
I'm glad that we are remembering it, that we don't forget that there was a price, that a price was paid for the way we continue living now. Because if we didn't fight back and go overseas, deploy with our parents, we can't enjoy the freedom. I think that's the basic message. If you attack America, there is going to be a price to be paid also, but there's a price to pay for the freedom, and sometimes you have to do extraordinary things.
Together, we remember the lives that were lost. We remember the sacrifice of all those strangers, the workers in the towers, the first responders who tried to save them, the passengers and crew members on the plane, even the soldiers who wound up fighting wars that essentially began at that point. 9/11, we will never forget.